morning. It's fancy coffee time. Post-vacay edition. We have a lot to catch up on. I missed you. Tennessee was a blast. Okay, no, we didn't go to like Nashville or Gatlinburg. Believe it or not, there are other parts of Tennessee. True story. I know, wild, right? There's more than touristy spots. And we went to stay with our friends, Spud and Squeech. Microwave this. Espresso brewing.
Chubby Cheek said she missed you too. Oh.
She was mad when we got home.
Yes, she was so mad at her mom and daddy because we left her and she thought it was forever. But it's not forever. We came back.
Nah, she's just mad at us because we had the nerve to leave. Okay? Such a fun trip, though. Such a fun trip. So they live in Dyersburg, which is about 2 hours from the Missouri line, I think. We went over to Missouri to go to Lambert's. That was so good. Now listen, while we were on vacation, there was no such thing as a Cal's Steps, okay? We splurged. We ate what we wanted. And yesterday we were home, back on track, right? Back at the gym, back to doing what we gotta do, because that's what we do. Right, got a double shot of espresso here. Make a little latte, okay? So yeah, Tennessee was a blast. We did so much. I mean, every single day we were out running around. Shit, you not. Let's go sit down. Squeech absolutely spoiled us with the most amazing food. She cooked every single night we were there. Get our incense going because that's part of my routine, is to have some smell goods going. Isn't this thing beautiful? Get some smell goods going. Sit down and relax and enjoy the day. Then we have this guy. Both are beautiful. I don't know why, but my throat is sore and my nose is runny. Okay, might be getting a little bit of a cold. The ickies that are going around this year are just too much. Okay, they're just too much. So yeah, back to our Tennessee trip. She cooked like crazy for us. Some nights we even had 2 desserts, okay? She made, our last night there, she made banana pudding and chess pie. And the reason why she made chess pie is because we went for lunch at Spud's favorite place called Mary Castle. It's the cutest little like burger stand, okay? It's in a shed and it was bomb. But anyways, Mary Castle, they had a sign for dessert. They said they have pecan, chess, or fried pies. And so I wanted to try a chess pie, but they didn't have any. And I was like, what is a chess pie? I've never even heard of it. So on our way home, Squeech stopped at Walmart and she's like, I have a surprise for you. She made me a chess pie. Those things are delightful. Absolutely. It's almost like a Boston cream custard pie. But so good. So good. No chocolate, just the custard. Oh, my soul is back to life. So Tennessee was a blast. And then it was so sweet because so Christine's Bud, Squeech and Spud, they have 2 kids, Brandon and Autumn. And I have watched these kids grow up over the internet for the past 6 years. Squeech and I met, she was a part of the cooking club I created. And every Wednesday, we would log online to Zoom with a bunch of other people, and we'd all cook the same thing, right? And just spend time together. It was, you know, I created that, and before it was stolen from me, it was such a beautiful thing. Now it's not so beautiful, because some old alcoholic dude stole it. He stole everything I worked for, but that's okay. Karma's gonna get him. It was never meant to be what it is now. And he has it, and he can just keep stealing people's hard work. Not mine, because that's a boundary. Anyways, her and I met all those years ago on TikTok, and we became friends. We've been friends ever since. So her kids, I have seen grow up, because every Wednesday when we'd have cooking club, Autumn would come out and say hi to me. Brandon, her oldest, he usually would too, but Autumn never missed a beat. She's been my baby girl for 6 years. And I finally got to meet her in person. Her kids are both just such sweethearts. And Autumn, the night before we left, her and I had went out shopping and just goofing around one night. And we bought these freeze-dried dragon fruits. Well, Autumn bought them. And they were kind of weird. But the morning that we went to leave, she said, I made you something. And she made me, it's over here in my stand, the cutest little Tennessee trinket box. And I was like, oh, sweetie, thank you. But I didn't open it. I didn't think there was anything in there. And then yesterday we were unpacking everything and I opened it and that freeze-dried dragon fruit was in there that her and I got. They're just so sweet. You know, it was such a good vacation. Christy and Spud, so normally they come up here. Squeech, actually, the first time I met her, I think was in 2022, like in person. She surprised me. I walked out my door and she was just standing on my porch and I just about shit myself. I was like, oh, you're here. I finally get to hug you in person. And then I give her the biggest hug and I think the first thing I said after that is, you smell so good. Because she always wears the prettiest perfumes. She actually loves that honey perfume that I have too. So yeah, we went to the Sphere. That was really cool. I think that's over in Jackson. That's like, it used to be where they had like concerts and stuff. And now it's like a big Bass Pro Shop. I mean, you go shopping in there. So we went there. We went over to the Cordova International Farmers Market. That store was a lot of fun. We spent some money there. Yes, we did. We spent some money there. And we went to Gus's Fried Chicken. We went to Lambert's. We went to the safari. That was hysterical. I have like 2 hours of footage that I need to get through and edit. It was just such a good vacation. You know, it wasn't one of those vacations where we had to spend a ton of money. Thankfully, Spud and Squeech, they let us stay at their house for free. We took over Autumn's room. And then we just hung out with friends. You know, those are the vacations I like. The ones where you just get to check out stuff, get to try new food, but you get the quality time more than anything, you know? So it was about a 10-hour drive there and back, but both times it took us about 13 hours. Specifically because, well, my husband's had a hip surgery. I have post-traumatic arthritis, so we have to stop a little bit more often to stretch so that we don't get stiff. Like with my foot, if I'm not moving for a certain amount of time, it can flare up really bad from being too stiff. So we stop pretty often on our car rides, and it's okay. That's okay. I also like do exercises in the back. But anyways, so we got home Friday night. We lost power for a little bit. Power came back on. We had some crazy windstorms here. Fun fact, I now no longer own a smoker because my entire smoker got blown off the porch. It came that close to landing on my son's car. That close. Shit you not. So now I need to get a new smoker because freaking hurricane winds took it out. But I'm grateful that it didn't land on his car, and I'm grateful that everyone's okay, and I'm grateful that we have power. So I got back Friday night, woke up first thing yesterday morning, went to the gym. I had a million things to do yesterday. I got everything unpacked, everything put away. I got the living room and the house cleaned up. The kids were sick with the flu. They had flu A like 3 weeks ago, and then they got the other flu. How shitty is that? Thank God we weren't home for it. I stayed downstairs. So because they had the flu, they stayed downstairs. Normally they'd come up and sleep with our dogs, but because they were sick, they didn't want to like infect our bedroom. Thank you, children. So our dogs slept upstairs by themselves and they were okay. Like my husband was all freaked out. He's like, oh my God, because Beluga Bear baby, when she gets upset, she stresses herself out to the point where she gets colitis and we have to make a vet visit. She's got a very sensitive stomach, okay? So my husband was like, well, they're not sleeping upstairs. Baby's gonna be all upset. We're gonna have to take her to the vet and all this, but they did good. Everybody's fine. Everybody survived. Everything's okay. So I've got a lot to do today. Today's Sunday, so I am gonna go into the gym. I'm gonna do a full body workout because I wasn't in the gym for a whole week. So I'm gonna do legs, core, and upper body. And I love going to the gym on Sundays because no one is there. Like I can go in, I can just focus, I can fuck up my workout, and I can get out the door. Because other days when people are there, I will be there forever. And I will not be able to focus if people are talking to me. So I'm just gonna go in and knock my workout out today. And then I have to make chile relleno empanadas. Yeah, for family dinner tomorrow at the Brinery. Because TJ, Gio, and Lacey are coming over tonight. I think I'm gonna text Lacey and tell her to bring headphones and a book because she loves this living room. So I'm gonna tell her to bring headphones and a book because when me and TJ are out there cooking, she could be out here enjoying the living room and reading. I did tell her while we were on vacation, I was like, hey, my living room is available. Because she was like, can I just come over here and like sit in your living room when you're not here? I was like, yes, you can. Because that's the power of having best friends. So you can do that. So I'll text her and say, bring your headphones and a book and you can come out here and I'll make sure Gio doesn't bother her. She can just have some alone time in the vibe. And oh, Squeech gave me the prettiest mirror for this living room. I didn't even show you. Hold on. I'll show you. Do you guys see that mirror? How beautiful is that? So we got that mirror, and then we also got that little gold mirror over there, if you can see it. That one was a thrifting find because yes, I refuse to go on vacation without hitting up a thrift store or an antique store. Because A, like when you're in different areas, you're gonna see different things. B, I love me a thrift store. I don't know, it was like the second to last day we were there. And I was like, you guys, can we please go to a thrift store? Like I really wanted to go to a thrift store and my husband knew I wasn't gonna let it go. So we went to a thrift store. I can't remember what it was called. Oh, but Southern Hill Antique or Southern Charm thrift store. I don't know. It was the cutest thrift store. So I got that round gold mirror. And then we were like back at the house and Squeech was like, wait a minute, I think I have a mirror for you. And we went out to the shed and they had that big mirror. She bought it for like 50 bucks before, but they didn't have anywhere to hang it up. And so they just put it in the shed. So that beautiful mirror is now mine. And then I got the little round one. So I got the little round one first. I don't know if I'm gonna hang that mirror up, the big one. The little round one, I think I'm gonna put on my collage thing that I'm building, the artwork that we're gonna put on there. But this one that Squeech and Spud gave me, I don't think I'm gonna hang it up because I was actually putting in requests all over TikTok Shop and none of them got approved for a tall mirror to like set up against the wall so that when I'm doing my workouts and my yoga and all that, I can check my form. This is perfect. Now I don't need anything to check my form because I have that up, just laid up against the wall. Oh, here she comes. I don't think she's mad at us anymore, guys. So yeah, Tennessee was a freaking blast. And so they're scheduled to come up next year during spring break, but we'll probably be back down in Tennessee at the end of May next year because Autumn graduates, her daughter. Hi, pretty girl. And, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy that it's crazy to me that I just actually got to hug these kids for the first time in real life last week. But I feel like I've been like their out-of-state auntie for 6 years. You know, like they're such good kids. So Michael and Haley are starting to feel better. They're finally out of the house. I brought home so much food. The first night we were home, we had Squeech sent home beans and cornbread because that's like my favorite meal of hers that she makes. So we had that last night and then we had more of it last night with dinner, or we had that Friday night and then Saturday night we had even more. There was a little bit left and I told my husband I'm not sharing that. That is mine. He is not allowed to have it. That's my favorite meal that she makes me because she makes it taste exactly like when I say it's identical to my dad's ham and beans that he used to make. And I've never had anybody that makes it the same way. So the rest of the ham and beans are mine. And I think I'm gonna pop them in the freezer so that I can have them in like 4 or 5 months when I really, really am missing Squeech. Be like, I pulled your ham and beans out. But yeah, she sent us home with Uncle Steve's pancakes and peach compote, the ham and beans, the hummingbird cake. We had so much food. Jason finished off the hummingbird cake because that's like, that's out of the house now. I was like, somebody's got to eat this cake because I cannot sit here looking at it because it's so damn good. Hummingbird cake is like a banana bread, pineapple, cinnamon, pecan cake with a cream cheese icing. Oh, it was so good. What? Okay. I'm not loving her, you guys. What is wrong with me? She is very upset. So anyways, yeah, a great vacation. We're back on the grind. I'm hoping this weather breaks soon because I really, really, really need to get down to training harder for my half marathon. With the winter time, I've not been training like I should. I really have not been. And it's because my foot flares and I get so frustrated. It's hard mentally to like keep my head in the game when I'm having so many flare-ups, you know? But it's like the more I do, the more I flare up. So my doctor's office, my foot doctor's office, did send me this thing about laser treatment on your foot, and it's supposed to help with pain. And I want to call him and talk to him about it, because like he's offered me like cortisone every 4 months, but I don't like. First of all, the last time he tried to give me the cortisone, he had to go in and out of my foot with that little needle about 20 times because there's so much arthritis. He cannot find anywhere to like insert the medication, you know? So I really don't want to keep doing that, but like I know the cortisone will help. It doesn't help for very long, maybe like a week. And then I just get frustrated again because it's like the pain comes back with a vengeance. But I think I'm gonna look into this laser pain therapy stuff or whatever, talk to him and see if maybe that would help get me, you know, a little bit more on track with training, because when my foot flares up, I gotta rest. And I really wanna walk these 13.1 miles in August. I'm going to walk 13.1 miles in August. I just need to prove to myself that I can do something that I never thought I'd do before. I mean, before I got injured, a half marathon was definitely not on the list. But like I said, like 5 years of not walking changes a lot. I did go to step class yesterday. I also got a step as my souvenir while we were gone. I got step, I got a new yoga mat and yoga blocks. Cause me and Autumn were out shopping. I was trying to find a Tennessee shirt. We ended up at like an entire plaza, going to every store in the plaza, and no one had a Tennessee shirt. But Hobby Lobby did have a exercise step and a yoga mat for half off. And I was like, well, look at that, because I was already looking at buying them, because my one yoga mat stays in the car. That's my gym yoga mat, or like if we go out in the woods and do some yoga, I have to have that yoga mat in the car. But I wanted one for in the house too, that way, because I forget stuff all the time. So I got a new yoga mat, I got a step, so I was just doing yoga like directly on the floor. I mean, it's a gym flooring, but now I can do it on a mat. I also want to get a pair of drumsticks because I can do pound at home now. If you haven't seen pound is like, it's like a drum exercise thing, but you don't have drums. You have a yoga mat and you have drumsticks, and then you like pound the floor with drumsticks. So ultimately, I want to be able to do all of my workouts at home. That way, if I can't get to the gym, I just can't get to the gym. And I like to like randomly do like 15-minute bursts of working out too. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. So I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my latte. I hope you have a wonderful day today. What am I grateful for? I am grateful for friends that come in your life and stay for a lifetime. Squeech and Spud are those friends, I can tell you that now. So I'm very grateful for her and her family. I am very grateful for safe travels. My husband always gets us there and back safely. It was like over 20 hours on the road, and I only had to drive 3 of them. So I am a very good passenger princess, okay? And the third thing I'm grateful for is my ability to have the mindset that I have, to where like I can go on vacation, I can eat what I want for a week, I can come back home and get right back on track. And I'm not guilting myself about it. I'm not feeling bad about it. I enjoyed, I indulged, I deserved it, and I'm right back on track. So I'm very grateful for that, because I was concerned. I was truly concerned, but like that's the thing, is that because we eat the way we do, like going down and eating amazing home cooked Southern food that I will never once complain about how much pain it put me in, because it was worth it, okay? Christie's biscuits and gravy. There ain't no cooking like a Southern mama's cooking. Okay, I'm saying that now. But I could eat all that. And then like, it was like, we got home, and more than anything, I told my husband, I was like, I'm craving salmon, sweet potato, and broccoli. Because you eat like that, and it was amazing, it was good. But my body and my mind and I knew we have to get back on track, because I was starting to feel sluggish in my brain, sluggish in my body, like, you know, and I was still doing, like, I still took my creatine and protein every day while we were there, because there are some habits that I just was not, like, some part of my routine that I'm not willing to give up. I still need to do pieces of my routine, even when I travel, because it's good for this part. I did not take my journal. I didn't journal, so I'm gonna actually do that today and get some things down on paper. But yeah, it was a wonderful day, wonderful trip, wonderful. I'm so grateful. So I hope you have a great day. Tell me what you're grateful for. Show me those babies. Show me those babies. Chubby Cheeks is still mad at me because I was loving on Daphne. I had to tell her all about Daphne. That's Squeech's kitty cat, because she smelled her on us. Okay, and did I show her the pictures of her daddy holding Daphne? Yes, I did. Did I show her the picture of me holding Daphne? No, because we don't need to break her heart like that. No, I'm her mommy, okay? I'm her mommy. Daddy can have other kitties, but mommy cannot, because I'm hers. I'm her human. She has not left my side though. Like, she's pretty upset that we left, and she's made it very clear it's unacceptable. So, thanks for having fancy coffee time with me. I hope you have an amazing day. And I'm so excited to spend time with my best friend today. TJ and Gio and Lacey are coming over. I can't wait to see them. Okay, love you. Bye.